A lot of posts are time sensitive. When a company reaches out to an influencer, they need a post to be done usually within a few days' time, because there's an event coming up, and they want that sort of post to hit at the same time. So what every influencer needs is a standard contract ready, along with the rate card. So they'll send the rate card. If the rate card is approved, then the default contract is sent shortly thereafter, so that the sort of time duration for them to agree on the terms is reduced. That's the ideal scenario, I think. What about you?
Well, I think a lot of influencers understand that, but we have even a bigger problem, is that the AI is helping a lot of people drafting contracts right now. So I've seen a couple of contracts for influencers, which is AI generated. Is not bad at all. It's actually good. It's nice, but it has no connection to the UAE. So the contract is drafted in a way that works perfectly in the US, for
in the governing
example.
law US.
Exactly. But you will
Jurisdiction
see
Dallas.
thank you. Yes. And you'll see a company in Dubai, an influencer lives in Dubai and choosing jurisdiction of London. It's like, wow, bravo. What is this? Why did you do that? It's like, I got it from my friend who lives in UK. And then I realized that this friend who lives in UK is ChatGPT. He doesn't even live in UK, but it's just a complete lie. They just go to the AI, generate the contract, and they feel like looks good and sophisticated enough and nice, and let's sign it.
I don't mind reviewing AI generated contracts, but you have to add a human element to it. Otherwise, it may not suit you.
Yeah, and I think when we review contracts as well, I mean, we draft contracts all the time, and sometimes we bring the litigation team to have a look at the terms of the contract to understand certain clauses that are very important. How would the court react to a clause like this when it comes in front of a judge? And then they tell us, okay, I have this and this court precedent based on previous court hearings in the UAE that prove that this clause, for example, is invalid, whether it's put and signed or not, or this clause is very powerful and it will be looked at in court in this sense. A lot of people do a lot of oversights when they come to contracts, and jurisdiction makes a big difference. If this contract template, you got it from your friend in the US or your friend in Switzerland or your friend in Egypt, it makes a big difference when it comes to litigation. Have you seen a lot of litigation with influencers? Not a lot.
Not many.
Yeah.
Because the ticket sizes of the influencer contracts is not that big.
Yeah, that's a big problem.
So you would not know whether influencers actually got paid or not, because it never reaches to a level where they go to a lawyer and the lawyer has to send a legal notice. A couple of things I'd like to share is that in such agreements between the influencer and the company, what needs to happen is that there has to be a very clear definition of what constitutes a breach of the obligations for each of the parties, because that would then trigger termination, penalty, and so on. If you don't know where the breach lies, then what happens is the company is then going to try to push the envelope as much as they can to get you to work as much as possible, because then they'll say, well, the obligations are a bit open and not very clear, so you have to work, otherwise we're not going to pay you. So the breach provisions are very, very important, I find. And also, if you're an influencer, if I am an influencer and I want to say, all right, this is going to be my full-time job, that's it, I'm not going to do anything else. I'll set up a company, I'll get it VAT registered, and I'll send these contracts with invoices and follow-ups and everything, just like I would a trading company or anything else.
It is a business.